every year we really need every great Oscar season needs a great Oscar villain. And previous years we've gotten Joker, we've gotten Emilia Perez, we've gotten Green
Green
Book.
Book.
Um, if the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences has any self-awareness, they will nominate this movie and nominate it in so many categories because it really does speak to the what's most on the mind of, you know, someone named Brian, who's probably like a 58-year-old male who's really scared about getting called out on Twitter every single day. This is Luca Guadagnino's new movie. Stars Julia Roberts as a hot Yale professor, both because she's Julia Roberts and because she's got, you know, the spiciest philosophy takes in the department. And she gets approached by her TA, played by I'm still gonna say coolest person on earth, Aowa Debris. I won't give her a notch for this movie, even though I do think she plays one of the most baffling, appallingly written characters I've seen in some time. But basically, Julia Roberts gets approached by her TA. The TA is very distressed and alleges that another professor in the program, played by a very over-the-top Andrew Garfield, Andrew Garfield, who basically is the other philosophy professor, who, you know, this is the kind of guy who likes to, you know, greet people by grabbing their genitalia and offering them to come home and take Molly with him. That's the kind of person this is. I'm not saying that happens in this movie, but this guy is like giving off like hardcore, like rapey vibes. Like the moment you see this guy.
How did you get to that if that's not in the movie?
We're doing some playful exaggeration here, Jason.
Where can I see that movie?
This is like a very like touchy-feely guy. But so Aowa Debris basically alleges that Andrew Garfield's character assaulted her. Although one of the frustrating things about this movie is the way the Aowa Debris character is written is like she has to say everything in the most vague way possible so that there's like a mystery over the movie. And
Really?
Yes.
Wait, can I just really quick? I hate movies where the answer to everything is, "Oh, did you ask them?"
Yeah. No, well, it's like, yeah, there's like there's like one scene where Julia Roberts is really trying to press her and she like can't give a straight answer. And it's not because I don't believe that like someone in that situation would be like frazzled and couldn't give a straight, but the answers that Aowa Debris is giving are very much, they feel like sort of like Twitter, like what someone's idea of like left-wing Twitter's response of being like, well, I don't have to explain that to you because you should just know it was inappropriate no matter what. And and then it throws Julia Roberts into a crisis of who does she believe? Does she believe the Aowa Debris character or the Andrew Garfield character? What will she do about this mysterious illness that she has? What will she do about her catty husband, played by Michael Stuhlbarg, who I think is actually the best thing in the movie because Michael Stuhlbarg basically plays this whole thing as like the gif of Michael Jackson eating the popcorn in the movie theater. He's just sort of like, look, everyone is like trying to have sex with my wife, and like I'm just staying in this marriage because for lulz, because I get to like just watch drama happen all the time. This is really a movie for the people in the audience who their biggest concern is just being canceled. This is a movie that I think encapsulates the stupidity at the heart of the cancel culture conversation and poses so many like dumb, fake, provocative ideas, like, you know, Chloe Sevigny and Julia Roberts sitting in a college bar, and all of a sudden a Smith song comes on and they're talking about how like, you know, how uptight the modern generation is, how they just get offended by everything. And Chloe Sevigny is like, oh my gosh, I can't believe they're playing this, you know, because Morrissey says some like racist stuff on Twitter. And it's like, I wanted to scream in the audience. I was like, no one does that. No one is like, when the Smiths come on in a bar or a restaurant, no one is like flipping out from that. Like, people understand there's a difference between like, you can like the Smiths, but also think Morrissey has some like bad opinions. Or like,
So
this
it's
is
like,
definitely this is
hey,
definitely a movie that has like a scene where Julia Roberts gets like, you know, attacked by like 4 blue-haired lesbians who have protest signs, and they just go, huddle around her and are like, you did this, admit it. And Julia Roberts has like a seizure and falls on the floor. Another wonderful moment. I don't think this is a spoiler because I'm not going to really spoil how the movie ends, but the last shot is of Luca Guadagnino holding on what bill is it that Andrew Jackson is on?
20.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's Luca Guadagnino holding on a shot of a $20 bill, as if to be like, "Are you offended? It's Andrew Jackson."
Because of
To
all
which
the
you're like,
wait,
genocide.
I'm
doesn't
not
he
a
outside-
child. I don't know. It's the stupidest conversations we could be having. Like, I'm not saying you can't make a good movie about cancel culture. It is kind of funny that this movie both like rips off a scene from Anatomy of a Fall. You know, the scene where like uh Sandra Hüller is talking to the journalist, and her husband is like pissed off upstairs and keeps playing the music really loudly.
Yeah.
Guess what?
Yeah.
That exact thing happens in this movie, but with Michael Stuhlbarg turning it up to while Julia Roberts is talking to Aowa Debris. And then,
So basically, it's hey, all that stuff that made you get rid of social media, how would you like to pay to do that again for 2 hours?
yeah. Or like the other movie, a better version of this movie is Tar, which is a movie that like,
Yeah.
the style of that movie is Todd Field intentionally creating kind of a Rorschach test for you, in which you are not sure like what you as an audience member have to wrestle through the contradictions and complications of the Cate Blanchett character.
Yeah,
There
even with that
is a
film,
scene in this movie where Julia Roberts like dresses down a couple of like college kids in her class for being a little too PC, almost identical to what happens in Tar with Cate Blanchett. But this movie is just sort of posing these like dumb hypotheticals of like, oh, but what if there was a rich young black woman who is pretending to be LGBTQ to get ahead in life, and she actually had a secret relationship with you? And what if you had this is another thing I feel like I can't spoil from the movie because it happens in the first 10 minutes. Aowa Debris finds a secret of Julia Roberts that is in her bathroom in an envelope that's just sort of taped underneath the sink. And it's meant to be this huge surprise of like, oh my gosh, how did no one ever find that before? It's just like the dumbest observations about cancel culture, but I really feel like it gets at the heart about the people who are really worried about this stuff, in that they really have no real concerns. And maybe this is me being too opinionated, but I rolled my eyes so hard at this movie.
Well, on the plus side, if you look at the reception online, it looks like critics and audiences seem to hate this equally. So they can't play the well, it's just too sophisticated for you to understand card. It sounds like to me this is like, after a really successful TV show comes out, like a Lost or a Grey's Anatomy, then you have like 20 or 30 of these other mystery shows or medical shows that are ripoffs. So this sounds like, Tar Jr. or, or,
this is
Anatomy
really
of a Fall
just
Jr.
the movie of the year that really feels like so strongly like it's really got the thumb on the pulse of like what's going on in America right now, and really just shows that it's basically the like the fears and anxieties of someone who spends all day on Twitter and like only hangs out in like Ivy League back rooms.
Yeah. I mean, I'll say I haven't seen it yet. I don't know if I'll even bother to see it because it's clearly not an awards contender. It's clearly a film that no one seems to like, and I don't really look forward to putting myself through watching a film that I know I'm not going to enjoy. I'm really disappointed in Luca Guadagnino, who's one like. Look, I think Challengers is one of the best movies of the past 5 years. Absolutely adore Challengers. He's Call Me by Your Name, Bones and All, Queer, which was Queer was a tough sit at times, but is still a very, very interesting film and a film worth talking about. It's a pity that this is sort of where he's gone now. Do you guys know what Luca Guadagnino is doing next?
No,
there's like
I'm
8
scared to
different
ask.
things announced with that man.
So supposedly he's making a film about OpenAI and Sam Altman, the CEO of OpenAI.
Oh no!
Is that going to come out on the same day as the Aaron Sorkin's Social Network sequel, which
Yeah, probably.
I'm like building up inside of me as like my like guilty pleasure thing. I can't wait to see what Aaron Sorkin has to say about January 6th. That's going to be really
Didn't they say that
exciting.
that Luca's also been talking about doing an American Psycho remake?
He's been mentioned of that. He's been mentioned of like doing a Scarface remake with Diego Luna. He's been, there was that one like DC Commando movie with Daniel Craig he was going to do, but then I guess that's not happening anymore. To get back to the Bruce Springsteen conversation, he was going to like do a movie adaptation of the Bob Dylan album Blood on the Tracks, but like not about the making of that album, just about like the spirit of that album.
Ah.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
I mean, I've still got my Lucas stock. It's going to take a lot for me to sell it, but this is just, it's disappointing from him because I think he has a great cast there.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like the whole
Julia Roberts is genuinely doing her best in this movie, and I do have to give her props for like attempting to do like playing a pretty unlikable, complicated character. It's just unfortunately like it's stuck in a movie that's concerns about the world are like so like first world problems. You know what I mean?
Well, I'll say that it sounds like the consensus has been reached because I was trying to make plans to go see this so we could talk about it, and it's what, second full weekend of release? Is that right?
It's
No,
a bomb.
you can't find it.
It's a bomb.
Yeah, it's playing near me, sort of, in one theater about an hour from me, and it's down to like a 7:00 and a 9:30 showtime. So this thing is going to be gone next week. It's an Amazon MGM movie, so it'll probably be on Prime, by mid-November, I'm guessing.